Hey guys, it has been such a long time since I did my last video for this channel, and for that I am really sorry. It's been about 2 months. Basically I've just not had time to read. I finished university, done my final exams, got my results and all that kind of thing, and so I've been quite preoccupied over the last few weeks. But the good news is I have a job. I'm moving to Le Mans in North France at the end of August, which I'm very excited about. And yeah, so instead of doing book reviews this week, I have actually read some stuff, and I will review it as I continue to make these videos every fortnight. However, I am going to participate in the BookTube Read-A-Thon, which I believe begins on the 19th of July and lasts for 1 week. And there are 6 different criteria for challenges for you to complete during that week, but generally the idea is just read as much as you can for a week. So I'm going to try and get in on that. It was started by Ariel Bissett and Padfoot and Prongs 07. I'll link them both in the video, and this video will be a video response to Padfoot and Prongs 07's video where she is explaining what she is going to be reading and listening to. So I'm going to get you mine. I'm not really going to give any particular order to these, but the first book, or the first criteria, is a book that has more than 500 pages. So I am going for The Book Thief by Markus Zusak. Everybody says, oh, you must have read it, and I haven't, so I'm planning on reading that. It's Nazi Germany based, and I do a lot of reading around that time period. I visited Auschwitz a couple of times, so I feel like it's kind of my duty to read more about what went on there. I love any kind of war-based, any kind of historical fiction, I suppose. I haven't read too much. I've just finished listening to the audiobook 11/22/63 by Stephen King, which is all about JFK's assassination, and then I've also read Winter in Madrid by C.J. Sansom, which is based on the Spanish Civil War, and it is one of my favourite, oh my god, one of my favourite books of all time. So I'm really looking forward to giving this a go. I've heard great things about Markus Zusak. Second criteria is to read a classic, and so I'm going to read, which I've never read before, don't judge me, Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. I've never actually read any Austen, and so I figured this is a good place to start. The next criteria is to finish a series. Now thankfully, the series that I've chosen to finish, I only need to read one more book, and they're quite an easy, quite a quick read. I've often read one of them in one night, because I can't put it down. And so I've gone for Perfect Fifth, which is the 5th book, believe it or not, in the Sloppy First series by Megan McCafferty. That's the series based on character Jessica Darling, and I absolutely love them. I just feel like I know Jessica Darling so well, and I really like these, and she's actually growing up and stuff now, so it's kind of nice to see a book series that started in high school go through college and also include later life, because so often we just see the school bit or we just see the college bit, and you know, young adult stuff is so dystopian that we don't often deal with actual professional life, and I think that's something that I'm really going to enjoy. I'm going to be really sad to see this end. There's a reason that I've not read this, is because I don't want to finish the series, but then it's coming up to nearly 2 years since I started the series, so I suppose I can always reread them, although as you'll see from the number of books in this room, I have so much to read that I don't really think I can justify rereading something just yet, although the next book criteria is a reread, and so I've decided to read The Fault in Our Stars, just simply because there's a lot of things that have been brought to my attention since I first read it, and so it'd be quite nice to reread it and be able to read it more critically, with kind of ideas in my head of what I would like to discuss in my review as I finish it. And also, yeah, who doesn't love The Fault in Our Stars? I'm yet to meet somebody who doesn't like it. The 5th criteria is the book that's been on your shelf for the longest, and you can probably tell that this is Dan Brown's The Da Vinci Code, and yes, I've not read this before. I know it's controversial and a lot of people really dislike it and it's really inaccurate and stuff. However, I don't really care. I just want to see what the hype was about, even if the hype is no longer surrounding this. And also, I picked this up in Portugal. It was left in the villa we were staying in it's got to be nearly a decade ago, and it's just kind of sat on my shelf, and I'm like, I'll read it one day, but I never have, so I figured, you know, may as well get around to it. And the 6th and final criteria, I believe, is listen to an audiobook, which I have decided to go for something quite short, seeing as 11/22/63 was like 30 odd hours and it was in 4 parts and it took me a long time to finish it. So I've gone for something quite short and I've gone for Salmon Fishing in the Yemen. I haven't seen the film and I've not read the book, so I figured I'll listen to the audiobook because it's not really something I want to devote time to reading when I have so much to read. But it is something that I was quite intrigued about when I saw like the film trailers and stuff, and I've heard relatively good things. I also went for the Audible free trial to get my audiobook. If you're over 18, you can go to audible.co.uk and sign up for a free trial where you get one audiobook for free, and then that way you're not paying to do it. So yeah, and that's it. I would love it if the other guys on this channel would like to join in. I know I've not been great at communicating lately, but if you want to join in, maybe you can make your video this week on the same topic as mine. I would also encourage any of you that are watching to join in. If you already are, tell us what you're reading for which book and things. I'm also going to include all the details for like tweeting about the BookTubeAthon, and a link to the Goodreads list that has all of my books that I'm reading as part of the BookTubeAthon included. So that's it for my video for this week. You'll be seeing Holly on Wednesday because she is the only person, well maybe not the only person, but she definitely uploads a lot more consistently than I do. And I'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye!